everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for joining me this week. So this week I'm going to be talking about how to design learning experiences that focus on deep conceptual understanding and also adopt an inductive inquiry learning approach. So if you're interested in finding out the different steps that we can take to design learning experiences, then please keep on watching. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about 4 different steps that we can follow to help us to be able to design learning experiences that lead to deep conceptual understanding. And I'm just going to make myself a little bit smaller here and move myself out of the way. I've got the first step already, you can see, and the first step is to actually choose a generalization, which is an important conceptual transferable understanding. And also choose the accompanying guiding questions that go with that generalization, because that is the goal of your learning experience. So your generalization is your statement of conceptual understanding, and that involves 2 or more concepts stated in a sentence of relationship. And with each generalization, you may have one or a series of learning experiences that you want students to be able to engage in that leads to a very important statement of conceptual understanding. So starting with the goals and then planning backwards with that. Now, the next stage is selecting a context or a scenario I have to situate the learning. And this could be either a provocation or a problem that needs to be unpacked. We're hoping that in this stage, step 2, this is the hook of the actual lesson, and it's what we use to motivate and engage student interest so that they are actually curious about unpacking this situation or this problem. Now, the next stage here is actually creating the inquiry inductive learning experience around the different concepts in the generalization. And so these learning experiences will be completed collaboratively in groups. And in terms of the inductive learning process, we want groups of students to be presented with concrete examples and then to be able to pattern seek and generalize from those concrete examples. Now, in terms of the inquiry-based learning process, it could be heavily scaffolded and structured, or it could be more guided. But in terms of the inquiry cycle, we want to be able to give students the opportunity to explore, to conjecture, to collect information and data based on the prompts, the provocation, or the scenario that we have presented. And then the last stage here that I have is that ensure students actually document their thinking after their group work and their collaborations, and are given a chance of how to record their understanding, which should be in the form of a choice board or any kind of multimedia format. So we want students to be able to have choice in their learning and how they communicate their understanding. And so once students go through that inductive inquiry learning task that leads to a very specific deep conceptual understanding, we want students to articulate and communicate their understanding by answering the guiding questions that you have posed. So just a quick reminder that we don't share these generalizations. So even though we use the generalizations to design learning experiences, we only share the guiding questions with students when they're going through this inductive inquiry learning experience. So if you have any questions whatsoever about these 4 different steps, please feel free to put it in the comment section below. Thank you so much for joining me this week. I'm actually joining you from a very rainy Sydney. I hope everybody is well and continuing to stay safe, and I hope to see you next time.